Well, it's a good trade when you make some money. Flip contracts on the S&P. Now I trade futures. Check it in here on Tuesday, September 2nd, 20 to 25 on the Mayan calendar. It is 4:57 p.m. here on the Swatch Watch, and I just wanted to check in. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Hope you had a joyous time with friends and family members on another Labor Day in the books. Had a great weekend. Went over to my brother's house. Had a little gathering over there, and then yesterday, fantasy football draft. My second of second. What is it? Second of two. I only allow myself to play two fantasy football leagues. One is my brother's league, and the other is now celebrating, drumroll please, our 34th season. Hello. Old high school buddies. We gather in person yearly for our draft. Used to keep track of the scores, the fantasy scores, via the newspaper. Do you even know what those are? You youngsters out there? So that was fun last night. Had a pretty good draft. We'll see. Keep you posted on that. But here we are. Market opens back up on the futures in a minute and a half, so we'll see what goes on with this current position. Got a position on gold futures, and I'm short. What? You shouldn't be shorting a bull market. I really shouldn't. Currently up $230. I was just looking for a little move, so we're going to see how that opens. Could blow my wig off. Could make some dollar bill gel. So we will manage that together in 1 minute 15 the seconds. So let's take a look. What else did we do? So then this is something that I got to talk to my concierge. Did you know they assigned me a personal concierge over on the Robinhood? Because where's our daily? Wait, that's closed now. So the daily's over. My daily P&L. So let's go to here. Oh wait, before we do all that, come on, Bart, get your act together. I wanted to share with you August results since August is now in the books. Here are the trades, every single entry and exit in August. As you can see, a number of trades on August 1st. August 3rd had one trade. August 5th, we took a little bit of a downtown to Chinatown for the day, down 825. Had another loss here on 860. Why do you keep concentrating on the losses? That's what we do as humans. The losses hurt me three times as bad as the wins gratify me. I got to work on that. We both have to work on that. Me and you. You and I. Look at that. That's a red. I should make that even redder because that's a red rum type of flag. Hey, the markets are open. They just told me. So let's take a look. Let's go here and go here just to see how it's opening. Okay. Let's get a limit order right here. This is just a little baby thing. 35.97 point. No, let's go 97 flat on one limit buy order there. And we'll keep it on the board and just in a moment see if that fills. I only have two contracts currently on this. What are you stuck in neutral? You could do it. Don't flip on me. Don't flip on me now. Okay, so that should fill. Okay, right there. Let's put another one on the board. Check the phones. Check the Swatch Watch. Let's just go to 95. I think we can get down to 95. I don't need, 95.5, 96. You don't want it to get away from you. I just wanted a little pocket change on this one. Hold on. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Let's not get greedy. Let's just put 35.96 on the board and then we'll let it fly. Just looking for pocket change, as I said. Open P&L at 420. Okay, where were we? We were here, and this is a lesson that I'm getting real close to learning. But in August, obviously still having problems with it, which is instead of letting the winners run, I'm letting the loser's run instead of cutting them off at the knees. So that's something that I am working on mentally all the time. Bunch of green, and then decent sized loss there, but we made it right back here. But then we got another big loss followed by a 1607. Again, you see all the greens. I'm focused on the losses just to try to learn my lesson because there's some big boys coming up soon. There's a couple back-to-back jacks, 3 out of 4 trades in the red, making my butt stink. That's okay. And I just somehow switched over a row because I'm rarely trading anything but futures these days. So let's just keep it going. Had a nice run here at the end of the year. Don't let me distract myself. Okay, hold on. Do you ever check the charts like every 4 seconds? Do you? Just tell me. All right, you could do it. You could do it. Stuck in neutral again. We'll just keep watching that. And continuing in August, went on a nice run here at the end of the month and pulled ourselves out of the gutter last week. Beautiful week. It was my favorite trading week so far, which makes me feel pretty good, meaning that maybe I am making some progress with regard to my trading prowess. Went 11 for 11 and ended up mopping up $21,427 last week, which is going to end up being the majority of the monthly gains. So we ended the month, squeezed one more little baby trade in on Sunday after the markets opened. And, we were closed Monday for holidays in the regular market and the options, but futures were open until 1 p.m. yesterday, then reopened at 5. So we went 65 out of 74 for the month. That's 88%, and did bring in $34,096 dollar bills. And then yesterday on Labor Day, got a little long in the tooth here with 5 contracts to only pull in 1231. But again, it went according to plan. So I was able to put that money in the pocket. And then today we had a long on ES. That's the S&P 500 futures. Had a nice trade there because it just went like brilliantly according to plan. Entered at 63.94. I just almost go by gut on let's take a little profit early. A little wetting of the beak. If you don't know what that is as a youngster, then look it up. Old expression. 97, 98. Obviously, if that was that close, I was probably a little nervous. Got to calm those nerves, get a little bit more stoic in my trades. 02, 07, and then 12. I was very proud of going from 2 to 7 and then 7 to 12. Now, if you're following, then you know what the S&P did after that. We'll get to the charts in a second, but that was a great trade. 23.18. Then I immediately flipped short at 64.16. 4 contracts, took profit at 11, 9, and 6. And then it reversed and I got stopped out at 14, and that trade ended up netting $868 bills. Went long again at 85, and it made a beautiful move. I had 3 contracts, but again, obviously chickened out, didn't let any runners run, but I collected 14.11, and then finally went long at, here I am selling at 95, and then an hour later or less, I'm buying at 07. Now that sounds silly, but to me, it's a milestone of, because I've, grew up with not a lot of things or money, I had a bit of a, short-sighted mindset, a scarcity mindset when it comes to money. So when I see it, I take it, in this type of scenario with the profit, even though I still had the same trading thesis for the day. But it's a milestone for me to, if I paid $9.50 for a gallon of milk and a 18 pack of farm fresh eggs, then the market started changing, and an hour later, I would not pay $10.07 for a gallon of milk and carton of eggs. That's how my mind normally thinks. But in this scenario, overcoming a bit of a mental obstacle is like, it doesn't matter what the numbers say. what do the charts say? What does the trading plan say? And it said to get long here. Only got 3 contracts. I had some other orders in that did not get filled. But we ended up getting out at 10 and 11 and then 13 for 697. So that's currently the closed trades for today. So that's what we got. Let's take a look at what do we got up here? We got Bitcoin up here taking a little gap at the open of the futures here. I'm still expecting we crashed through the original support at 111 100, got all the way down into pretty deep past the 109 510, but never did touch the 107 860. I know these are big gap numbers for Bitcoin, but that's how Bitcoin moves. So to me, this looks bullish to me. The only thing that would change it immediately is if you broke down below this low here, then and it would at least have to go to this wick, which would be 110 775. Then maybe there's a further breakdown. Otherwise, I think you're heading back up here to challenge the 112 405 on the next resistance. Now, again, that's my next resistance. That doesn't mean it's your next resistance. Hold on here. We'll do it live. We will do it live. Yeah, just leave that in place. And on to silver. This was, if you've been around and watched videos, I've had this chart up here for months. And we are now making our way up to 5. Yeah, doesn't mean it will ever go straight line. It won't. So it looked like a little gap pull down to start the evening session, but I'm still expecting where I got the 5 at. All the way up here at like 44, I think was our target. 44 is still going to happen this year, in my honest and accurate opinion. This is the 30-minute on the silver. Got a little bearish candle action there. Big time drop at the open of the evening session here. But look at, we got a beautiful looking support. I would even, I'd go with those wicks right there. Talking out loud. Just a visual. What I find on trading futures is that, what do we got? 4165, 41625. Is it's more pattern recognition than anything. These things just seem to repeat themselves over and over again, which I love because I could learn to. Whoa, now look at it. Whoa, I could learn to recognize patterns, and that's what I'm seeing here. Now we'll see when it's going to pull back again before it challenges back up here to the daily highs. But will it break down through here? If it does, then the movement off of this lower low, and it's not a lower, what was this? Yeah. It wouldn't be a lower low, I would expect, which would be here. What is this? Oh, that's today too, huh? All right, hold on. Still talking out loud. This is silver futures, 41,545 would be that lower support. I would not expect it to get much through this on the next move down before heading back up and then looking to take out the highs again. Hello, silver. Hi ho. Gold, this has been on here for months, and look at that breakout. Bang, boom, triangle, blown away. 30-minute, still looking pretty good as far as a short trade. Write that down, short trade on the gold. It's got a little rollover. Looking for a little bit more action there. A little bit more action. Go to the 2-minute. I only use 2 minutes these days during trading. All right, there you go. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Liking it. Looking good. Keep it going. Can we get into that wick? It doesn't look like it's going to get into the wick at the moment, but it still will. We'll do it live. We will do it live. Maybe. So I'm looking for 35.96. So it's trying and then bang, not trying. Futures like to break your heart. Now, don't be mesmerized by these lines. Because I've kept so many of these on just to see how the days and days and days worth of charting, how they play out. So if you can see, when we had a big crash wave overnight, it broke through 1, 2, 3 of the supports I had in place, didn't make it down to the 63, 65. And then after that, I can just tell you it's 63, 61 based on the data that we've had over the last couple of weeks. And then just made an incredible bullish move. On my last trades, I was out, limit order out at 64.12. And look at how much I missed all that. The Trumpster got on there. He can light up a stock market, can he? Love him or hate him, you got to respect the dude's a BMF. He really is. So here's a 2-minute. I would need another, at this point, since I'm out of all trades on ES, I would need some sort of a sign of a breakdown to go long again, but it could easily like bust through. I don't think it's going to get too much higher than 64, 63 before taking a reprieve back down, which will give me another opportunity to get involved. Yeah, see, what do you think you're doing? Get back down there. So that's what is happening. Hot stuff right here and now. Ended up with a pretty good month. I felt really good, especially at the end of August, trading the futures. And I'll take 34 grand all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, share this video in this channel with a lovable friend, and I will see you in the next video.